4 generations, the Wizard of Oz has painted its world in simple colors. But what if the story we thought we knew was only half the truth? Join me and Seb through the yellow brick road as we analyze the allegories and implications of Gregory Maguire's novel, Wicked, the life and times of the Wicked Witch of the West.
Everything that I felt, praise the Lord. Worship Christ with the best of devotion.
Now we all know Dorothy and her adventures in Oz, but Wicked turns the familiar tale upside down by retelling the story from the Wicked Witch's perspective. Originally written as a darker, more mature novel by Gregory Maguire, Wicked was later adapted in a Tony Award-winning Broadway musical in 2003, and eventually into a 2-part film released in 2024 and 2025.
The story starts by showing us the birth and early life of Eva Batrop, who would later be the Wicked Witch of the West. Governor Trop and his wife, Melina, were expecting a baby boy to arrive. Unbeknownst to the governor, Elphaba was a product of an affair between Melina and a mysterious traveling salesman. Once the day of Elphaba's birth arrived, the couple was devastated to learn that not only was she not a boy, but she was also green. It turns out, during the affair, the salesman offered Melina a green elixir, causing Elphaba to be born with green skin. Okay, matcha.
Elphaba's early life shows the racism present in society. She's seen as an outsider from birth, particularly rejected by her father, who believes her green skin is shameful. Instead of love, she experiences isolation and constant reminders of her difference. This reflects how people of color are often judged by their appearance, leading to marginalization and defined identities based on traits they cannot control. Fast forward to Elphaba's teenage years, Elphaba Throp, now a grown green-skinned girl, escorts her sister Nessa Rose to Shiz University. Shiz's Dean of Sorcery Studies, Madame Morable, offers to enroll Elphaba in sorcery after recognizing her abilities from her outburst after her sister got infantilized. Elphaba hopes to work with the wizard, while she faces constant clashes with her roommate Galinda Upland, who desires to be Morable's student.
The fact that Galinda has a small bit of beef with Elphaba fuels the fire, considering how pretty much the entirety of Shiz worships the land Galinda walks on.
Yes, exactly! Now back to the story. Elphaba secretly follows her professor Dr. Dillamond, who is a talking goat, to a meeting about animals at Shiz University. She finds out that the animals are losing their ability to speak, which threatens not only their jobs, but also their identity. This scene serves as an allegory for racism once again, with Dr. Dillamond representing how minorities are pushed out of institutions due to prejudice. The loss of speech reflects the silence of oppressed communities, showing their loss of voice and equal participation in society. The story highlights how the gradual stripping of rights is often ignored or normalized, illustrating how racism can become deeply embedded in institutions.
While Elphaba begins to see the injustice happening around her, life at Shiz does not slow down, especially with the new student, the rebellious Prince Fiyero Tegular. His introduction starts with him taking a group of students to a party at the Ozda's Ballroom nightclub. After Elphaba was mocked at the Ozda's for an ugly black hat given by Galinda, a regretful Galinda dances with her, leading to a deeper bond and the potential for a deeper friendship. Maybe even more.
But just as Elphaba and Galinda begin to find unexpected friendship on the dance floor of the Ozdas, the world around them grows darker. Dr. Dillamond is then replaced by Professor Nicodic, who used a scared lion cub in a cage to prevent animals from speaking. Elphaba, upset, uses poppy dust to make the class unconscious and escapes with Fiyero. They then free the club into the forest.
Elphaba is invited by the wizard to Emerald City, accompanied by Galinda, now Glinda, in honor of Dillamond. During their meeting, Morable pushes Elphaba to perform a levitation spell from the Grimier, which results in the wizard's monkey's guards experiencing painful wing growth. The wizard and Morable are pleased to exploit the monkeys as spies, but Elphaba realizes that their role in the oppression of animals and discovers that the wizard, who lacks genuine magic, has used her.
She takes the Grimoire and escapes, while Morrible publicly denounces Elphaba, casting her as the enemy of Oz, instead of her and the wizard taking responsibility.
This scene serves as a clear fascist allegory, illustrating how power is maintained through fear, spying, and propaganda. The wizard and Morrible utilize monkeys to monitor dissent, highlighting authoritarian reliance on deceit. Scapegoating Elphaba fosters public unity through fear. The narrative underscores the complexity of human nature as exemplified by Elphaba and Glinda, challenging simplistic moral labels.
Now speaking of Elfie and Glinda, Elphaba kisses Glinda twice, expressing affection, saying "my dear" and "hold out, my sweet." This dynamic represents an allegory for queer women, highlighting struggles between openly expressing love and societal conformity. Glinda urges Elphaba to return to Shiz and conform, but Elphaba declines. She wants to stop the Wizard of Oz. Later, Glinda becomes the Good Witch and marries Fiyero, reflecting the fears of many queer women regarding societal acceptance.
5 years later, Elphaba starts a secret affair with Fiyero while she battles against the wizard. She wants Fiyero to leave for his safety, but he follows her and is later killed by the wizard's men. This tragedy forces Elphaba to hide in a convent. After 7 years, she leaves the convent with a boy named Lear. On her journey, she meets Princess Nastoya, who helps her improve her powers. Elphaba learns about her sister Netheros's rising power in Munchkinland and a dangerous spell. Elphaba returns only to learn of Netheros's death, but remains focused on training snow monkeys. She attends Netheros's funeral and reunited Glinda, who has Netheros's enchanted shoes. Now those shoes will belong to a character who will start her own story, but that is for another day. And with that, we have finally reached the end of our video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Can I stop speaking in a British accent right now?
Heck no!
Oh, bollocks.